Good evening, fans, and welcome to the LB Gym here in Fredericton. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching Tommy's TV on YouTube. That's the home of the St. Thomas Tommies. This is men's basketball action, second half of our doubleheader here on the Saturday evening. Tommy men hosting the Mount St. Vincent Mystics. Mystics come into this one a perfect 9-0. Crandall in second place coming in today, 7-2. They won earlier, 8-2. But we're going to put an asterisk on that one, and I'll tell you why in a minute. SJ with a loss today falls to 5-4. Holland with a win at SJ moves up to 5-4. The Tommies at 3-3. Mount Allison at 1-8 is idle, and UKC would be 0-10 with the loss. However, the asterisk on that game last night at Crandall. Here's from looking at the stats. Crandall used 14 players in the game, only allowed to use 12. So I would expect that there'll be probably I'll say an investigation to add a little bit of drama, but it's almost certain that there will be a game penalty there on Crandall, and it'll go over to UKC. We'll see how that plays out in the time ahead. MSVU ranked third in the nation. Crandall 11th coming in to this weekend. VIU and Humber are 1-2. These two teams met once before at MSVU. It was the Mystics 90, the Tommies 83. Tommies had 21 turnovers versus 12 for the Mount. 27 to 18 points off turnovers. The Mystics plus 16 on field goal attempts. MSU had an 18-point lead with 3:35 left to go in the third, but the Tommies closed the gap considerably. That game at the Mount, it was Noah McCarthy, 24 points, Riverlands 25 points, 5 rebounds, Evan Villain with 9 points and 10 boards. And it was the Smith boys from Beachville. Jaden Smith with 26 points, Jackson with 18, and Demerick Mercer, 70 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists off the bench. Just about set for the starting lineup. We'll pick those up, and I'll tell you about the team's previous games in a moment. Adam Callahan into the starting lineup, the reigning ACAA Athlete of the Week before Christmas. 5 is Isaac Matheson. 7 is Jaden Smith. 20 is Keegan Farron. And 24 is Jackson Smith. New member of the Mystics, number 33, Isaiah Cromwell Wright. Out of Dartmouth, 6'3" forward. Starters for the Tommies. Number 5 is Ethan Tamwini. 8 is Riverlands. Number 9 is Evan Villain. 11 is Noah McCarthy. And number 14 is Ben Duell. Going to have to get the PA announcer here to slow down his cadence just a little bit for tomorrow. See if I can see who that is down there. Just a bit fast ripping off the names. Set for tip here. Tommies have a couple additions. Number 15 will be Caleb Schulten, a guard out of Fredericton High School. And also out of Fredericton High School, a forward, 6'5" Quinn DeVries. They will be rotation players for the Tommies. Scratches for STU, Vince Littleton, and and Felix Abbott. Scratches for the Mystics, Aiden Neska, Makai Paris, and Micah Anderson. Tommies control, that's conference leading scorer McCarthy, off to Villain, the conference's leading rebounder. Evan Villain scores the first 2 points. Spoke to the coaches before the game. Both are bullish on their teams here to the second half. Of course, for the Mystics, 9-0. Why wouldn't you be? Tommies, Coach Hickey says our additions over the break have filled our biggest needs, depth and rim protection. We'll see how things shake out here as we move through the second half. Villain kicks to the corner for Duel. Duel, Villain again from the elbow, makes two. Farron for Jackson Smith. Rebound Villain. River lands. Dribbles paint, attacks the rim. Shot doesn't drop, but Lance is there on the rebound and fouled by Jaden Smith. Going to send River Lands to the line. Lands at Rossay High School, second year, 6'3" wing. Double digits at 10 points a game. 4 rebounds as well. Pretty strong field goal percentage at 50. Makes the second free throw, 5-0 Tommy lead. Played just under a minute and a half. Callahan lit it up for 35 points the last time out. And the Mystics needed every bit of them at Mount A before Christmas. And a 95-90 overtime win. Mystics were plus 15 on the free throw line. An outstanding game to watch. Callahan had the first couple points and scored some big points late as well. 9 ties, 12 lead changes among that game. Callahan 35.7 rebounds. The Smith brothers, Jaden with 23, Jackson with 22, were the big point getters for the Mystics. Turnover there. Jonas Monroe had 25 and 8. Ryan Norris had 21. And Brennan Deverex had 15 points and 8 rebounds for Mount A. McCarthy, three-pointer bounces over the backboard. Tommy's Lax action also Sunday, December 1st. They were losers here at home by 2 points to Holland College. Holland starting to roll. Watch them in the second half. 85-83. Holland plus 21 field goal attempts, 81-62. Plus 17 bench points. Farron lays that in for 2. Plus 14 points off turnovers. Corliss, who had a monster game at SJ today with, I think, 37 points, had 23. And Aaron Simmons with 21. McCarthy with a 31-point game. Villain with 15 points, 16 rebounds. Tommy's only went 7 deep in that one. His 2 bench players saw action. Travel on the Tommies. That's going to go over to the Mount. Matheson to the front court. Duel and Villain were there to disrupt the shot. Back to Callahan. Beyond the arc. Off the rim, off the glass, and drops through. For the Cape Breton sharpshooter. Also one of the nicest guys you'd ever talk to here in the conference in Callahan. Rising and scoring is Jaden Smith. There'll be a block foul on Callahan. The officials for this one, Mr. Whipple, Mr. Wilton, and Mr. Humphrey, who made that call. There's the 3 charge, making sure all goes according to Hoyle. McCarthy loses the handle on the way to the rim. Is going to be called a foul, and he'll get to shoot a couple. Might be one of those benefit of the doubt plays when you're as good a scorer as Noah McCarthy is. McCarthy, 26.5 points per game. That's plus 7-ish on Jaden Smith. McCarthy, 5.5 boards, over 3 assists as well. Better than 50% from the field, beyond the arc, and better than 80% from the line. Pretty big numbers from McCarthy. Certainly an all-star performance thus far. Callahan for Farron, rebound Noah McCarthy. Ahead, there's Caleb Schulten, the first of the new Tommies to check in. Schulten will run some offense. Owen Amos has also come in for Stu, as has number 4, Zach Duell. Schulten gets right to the rim to score his first 2 points at home for the Tommies. Tommies played once over the break. They were at UPEI, playing up a level of U-Sport. Tommies got UPI in Miramichi last year during the break. So no surprise that the UPI put, I think it was a 20-point win on Stu on home court this season. You bet they're going to come out pretty focused in that one. McCarthy with a miss from long distance. Rebound into the hands of Jackson Smith. Matheson gets to the rim. Farron with the rebound. Callahan toes the arc. Rebound Schulten. Schulten with the push to the corner for Lands. Lands rises from 6 feet. Mick Comley makes the shot. 10-9 Stu, 4:45 to go, first quarter. Jaden Smith, casual release. It didn't drop. Rebound Owen Amos. Here comes Quinn DeVries, the other Tommy addition. He will check in the next stoppage. McCarthy can't get that to go. Push ahead for Jaden Smith, right into the chest of Owen Amos, and scores 2 points. Schulten jabs, goes, draws a foul. It's going to be on Jaden Smith. It's going to be the 4th team foul on the Mystics in the quarter. Tommies have yet to give up one. Checking in for the Mount. 8 is Demerick Mercer, 4th-year player out of Halifax. Some time at Acadia, 9 points a game for Mercer. And also checking in is 14, Sam Gilmore. Gilmore, 3rd-year forward out of Bedford, Nova Scotia. Nice block out by Gilmore. Referee's going to talk about this one in terms of who gets possession. We're going to say that was tipped. It will stay Stu ball, 9 on the shot clock. Meant to mention off the top, the cable connecting the score clock and the webcast position here has got some damage to it. We'll say that over the break. So we do not have the shot clock up, and we're manually maintaining score. So I'll try to give you the time a little bit more often than usual because of that. Need to replace a cable to get that working again. Long shot launched to beat the shot clock. Rebound to the Tommies. Amos, tough catch in the front court. No foul called, and it's going to be out of bound off of Owen Amos. Here comes the new addition for the Mystics. For 33, Isaiah Cromwell Wright. 3rd year of eligibility out of Dartmouth. I believe Cromwell Wright played at Centennial College in Ontario a number of years ago, but a few years since he's played at the university level. Jaden Smith makes the triple. McCarthy rises, misses off the rim. Rebound Matheson. Mercer drops inside for Gilmore. Somehow gets the ball back. Gilmore. There's DeVries making an impact protecting the rim. That's something the Tommies didn't have in the first half. McCarthy, the move off glass. DeVries is going to get the foul. A little too aggressive on the rebound, trying for the tip. Evan Villain in for Noah McCarthy. Adam Callahan in. That's Isaac Matheson went off number 5. Took me a minute to see who it was. Rebound into the hand of DeVries, off for Zach Duell. Duell drags the pivot foot. We turnover over to the Mystics. Tommies brought back into a zone here. Isaiah Cromwell right. It's a 15-footer. 16-10. Owen Amos puts on the brakes and scores 2. Merrick Mercer gets to the bucket, will draw a foul. It'll be the first foul on Caleb Schulten. It's going to send Mercer to the line. Mercer, 9 points a game. Just about 4.5 boards, over 3 assists as well. 69% free throw shooter. If there's an Achilles heel, might be behind the arc. Only 1 of 11 on the season coming in today for Mercer beyond the arc. Cromwell right, pass to the corner. That doesn't go. Mullane into traffic. Finds Duell, shot no good. It's going to be Mercer from behind on the rebound, I believe. It is. Send Owen Amos to the line. Ethan will check in. Amos, 3 of 7 on the line on the season coming into today. Just about 6 points a game. Good to see Owen get it rolling in the second half. He can light it up. He's a really good scorer. Schulten tries the 3. DeVries on the offensive rebound. Looking for the kick out. Isaiah Cromwell right makes the triple. 19-12, final minute of this quarter. Amos on the line. 26.2 on the game clock. Mercer holds, small margin, about maybe 3/4 of a second between shot and game clock. 7 to shoot. Mercer puts one up. Well, so much for his Achilles heel maybe being beyond the arc. That would look pretty smooth to me. 22-13 MSVU after the first. take a little break, and then I'll get the stats fired up. Phone going here on the live stats. Mystics 22 points on 9 of 19. That's 47% from the field. 4 of 11 beyond the arc. 0 of 2 from the line. They committed 2 turnovers, scored 13 points off Tommy turnovers. Out rebounding the Tommies 10-9. The Tommies 13 points, 5 of 16, 31%. 0 of 4 beyond the arc, 3 of 8 from the free throw line. Have committed 4 turnovers. Well, that's a lot of points off turnovers. 13 and only 4 turnovers. It's pretty good math. It's over 3 points per turnover. That's like a little funny there, if you ask me. Individual stats for the Mystics. Jaden Smith with 7 points, 3 rebounds. Cromwell Wright with 5 points. Farron with 4, Callahan 3, Mercer 3. For the Tommies, Villain has 4. They were the first 2 buckets of the game for Stu. Lands has 3. Amos has 3. Schulten has 2. McCarthy has 1. 2 rebounds for Villain. 3 for DeVries. Tommies yet to register an assist. Mystics ball to start the quarter. Isaiah Cromwell White to the rim. Getting tongue-tied, gonna have to have a drink of water here. Sometimes tongue does get over my eye teeth. I can't see quite what I'm saying. Callahan on the catch on the inbound. 5 to shoot. Callahan blocked out of bounds by the springy Evan Villain. Villain, DeVries, Lands, Ben Duell, and Ethan Tumwine. That's Jackson Smith dropping a triple in the Tommies' lap. Villain can answer. Rebound, Cromwell Wright. And now Mercer to the front court. What a luxury to have a player like Mercer able to come off the bench. And Cromwell Wright does indeed look like he will be a nice addition to the Mystics. The very, very early returns here. Duel for Villain. Callahan on the tie-up is going to be called for the foul. It'll be the first team foul. It's a foul on the floor. And checking into the game is Noah McCarthy. In for Quinn DeVries. Duel loses the handle, gets it back. Looks inside for Villain. Scores off glass. Nice move. Isaiah Cromwell Wright meets the sea of white shirts. Tommy's pushed the other way. Ethan Tumwine can't make the reverse lay-in go. Tommy's down 10. Smith with the turnover. McCarthy, a slow start to this one. Let's see if he looks to get heated up here in this quarter. Lands nowhere to go. Back for Duel. Duel's one-hander won't go, but it's Villain on the glass. And he'll lay it in. 8 points on the game for Villain. 2 scores in a row. Isaiah Cromwell Wright makes a triple. Lane gets it back off the screen. Lands, open shooter. Back rim. Smith to Callahan. Be a foul on Evan Villain. We'll send Callahan to the line. 15 points, 15.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 48% field goal shooter, 32 beyond the arc, 70% from the line for Callahan. And all of that in only 2 starts out of the 9 games played coming into today. Drew the start again today. Of course, coming off that 35-point performance at Mount A before Christmas, why not? McCarthy again can't get it to go, but it's Villain on the boards again. Off glass and scores 2. That's going to be 10 for Villain. He's keeping the Tommies in it. Down 11 at 30-19. Need a couple shots to drop and a couple stops. Matheson. Hit the paraphernalia above the backboard. That's out of bounds. The emergency support wire, I believe is what it hit. Off the foot of Lands into the hands of Callahan. Over to Mercer. Callahan well deep. Finds nothing but nylon. Timeout Tommies. As the Mystics push it to 33-19 on Team Tommy. Tommies are in here big game hunting. They're after the 3rd ranked team in the country. And the Mystics are showing just why right now. They are perfect in the conference at 9-0. These teams will go again tomorrow. It'll be their last opportunity to catch the Tommies at home in January. They're on the road at Holland next weekend for 2. At SJ the weekend after that for 2. Before being back home the 1st and 2nd of February versus UKC. Forward to seeing Coach Stevenson and his troop coming in the 1st of February. And for the Mystics, they're off next week before hosting UKC and Mount A. Make a couple trips back to New Brunswick the 1st and 2nd to play Crandall the 8th and 9th to play SJ. Tough back-to-back weekend there for at Crandall at SJ before finishing at home on the 15th of February versus UKC. Lighter second half schedule for the Mystics than the Tommies, of course. Coming into today, the Mystics half their schedule remaining, the Tommies 2/3. Lane pass a little too far for Zach Duell. Matheson. This is the pull-up, rebound Villain. McCarthy, reach-in foul on Matheson. Schulten and Amos up off the bench for STU. For Villain and Ben Duel. Schulten for Amos, back to Schulten. Nice dish off. Lands unable to finish, but Caleb Schulten with the putback. Schulten looks very at home here in Tommy colors thus far. Fair and offensive glass and rebound. Foul might be on Schulten or McCarthy. It's one of the two of them. It is Schulten. It's going to be Schulten's second. Tommy's second of the quarter. 5:30 remaining. Keegan Fair into the line. Shade under 10 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, about an assist and a half. 65% field goal shooter, that's a big percentage. 60% from the line, gets that second one to drop through for a 14-point lead. Amos, baseline, that's good. Nice dish. From Noah McCarthy to pick up the assist. McCarthy gets the steal. To the bucket and scores two. 4-point run for Tommies to make it a 10-point game. Oh, tricky move from Matheson. Nice finish in traffic for Isaac Matheson. Missed who delivered that pass, but that was a beauty. Amos, the whip inside from McCarthy, will draw the foul. Even 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. One bouncing through for Owen. Second one much cleaner, lead down to 10. Matheson off glass. McCarthy puts the brakes on, scoop shot drops. McCarthy starting to heat up for STU. Certainly more involved in the offensive end for sure. A couple buckets, a couple nice passes, resulting in good things. Farron on the offensive board, kicks outside for Matheson. Matheson. Now low post for Jackson Smith. Works a turnaround and scores two. Pass from McCarthy. Owen Amos can't handle. Amos says, my fault. Sure, Noah would have liked to deliver a little bit more of a strike that time. Villain back in for Lands. 3:24 to go. First half, fast moving first half. Things like things have breezed along here pretty quick. That's Jaden Smith who makes the three. Lead opened up to 15. Quinn DeVries will check back in. Caleb Schulten caught with the toes in the tulips, out of bounds on the far sideline. Mercer and DeVries in. Demaric Mercer is in for Jackson Smith. Mercer on the catch, will back up, try the three again, and make the three again. Everything I said about the three maybe being the Achilles heel, I take back. Tommies must have seen the same stats that I did and say, hey, go ahead and shoot it. McCarthy answers. And in fact, I'm going to have to check my stats to make sure that I got those right. He was only 1 for 11 from 3 into this one. 2 nice looking makes for Mercer here. Miss for Jaden Smith, rebound Owen Amos. Owen Amos off glass, no good, rebound Farron. Mercer uses the screen. Jaden Smith front rim, that time rebound Schulten. Ahead for McCarthy. McCarthy stops. Tip no good. Third attempt draws a foul. It's going to be on Sam Gillett. Some subs coming. Isaiah Cromwell right for the Mystics. Timeout by somebody here. Timeout for the Mount. Coach DePalma wants to talk things over. Team's back at it again here around 4 o'clock tomorrow. Coach DePalma says, hey, I want that one to be not go into a bunch of overtimes. I'm a Packers fan and don't want to miss too much of that. Playoff football is here in the NFL. Football not my forte, particularly at the NFL level. Not very good at picking winners, let's say that. I'll leave it right there. .152 to go, first half. McCarthy on the line. Tommy's down 15. Rattles the first one through. And the second is clean. Tommies would love to have this down around 10. It's at 13 right now. A couple stops and a couple makes make a big difference. Matheson beyond the arc. Left it short. There's your stop. Blaine. Outside Kamwine. McCarthy, 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Shot clock violation. One of those guys had to get that ball in the air. Nice defense by the Mystics. Mercer, floater off glass for 2. Had a nice first half for the Mystics. Oh, a little sloppy handoff there. DeVries to McCarthy. Ball stays luckily with the Tommies. That easily could have gone the other way. Coach Hickey calls a timeout. 49.2 to go first half. 49 and 34 is your score. Do the rundown of the first half stats before we start the second half. Give you time to go get yourself a snack and a beverage. Want back a minute or two before the start of the half. I'll run down the stats from half number 1. Folks, if you are in the Fredericton area, come on out tomorrow afternoon. Women at 2, men at 4, these same 2 schools. Tommies leave that short. McCarthy taps it out for Villain, who can't get a fork in it. Finally does. Up and somehow scores that inside. Great first half for Evan Villain. Forward to seeing his numbers. Tommies are looking for a stop and a score. Matheson, baseline drive outside. Isaiah Cromwell right. Nowhere to go. Kicks back out. 7 on the shot clock. Mercer can't handle that one. Has to launch it. No rim there. Oh, that clock ran a little longer, I thought, before it got shut off on the shot clock violation. It'd be about 2.3 on that clock, I think. .1 showing right now. I think it should be about 2.3. And give it to 1.6. Lane tries the long throw to no avail. Thought that should have been over 2. I was around 2-3 when I saw it. Regardless, with the end of the first half, 49-36 in favor of MSVU. My guess is the Tommies will make it a little closer in the second half. They'll regroup. A good first half for the Mystics. Tommies a few things to work on. One back in about 12 minutes or so. I'll give you the rundown of the stats. Tee us up for the second half. It's about 14 and a half minutes away right now. Hi fans, welcome back to the LB Gym for the second half of this ACAA men's basketball action. First men's court sports broadcast of 2025 here for St. Thomas. It is the visiting Mount St. Vincent University Mystics 49. The host Tommies 36. At the half, the Mystics 49 points, coming on 18 of 37 field goals, including 9 of 22 from beyond the arc. That's 49 and 41% respectively. 4 of 6 from the line. Committed only 5 turnovers. The Tommies 36% or points on 14 of 34. That's 41%. 1 of 7 only beyond the arc. That's 14. So the big difference. Plus 8 three-pointers made for the Mystics. Tommies 7 of 12 for the line. 9 turnovers. The Mystics 24 points off those 9 turnovers. Tommies plus 5 rebounding, 19-14. Assists 7-2 in favor of the Mount. Blocks 3-0 for STU. Steals 5-2 for STU. Bench points 16 for the Mount, 13 for the Tommies. Individual stats, first for the Mystics, Jaden Smith has 10 and 3 rebounds. Isaiah Cromwell-Wright, 8 points. Adam Callahan, 8 points. Demarick Mercer, 8 points. Farron, 6. Jackson Smith, 5. Isaiah Matheson, 4. Matheson, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. 2 fouls each for Smith. That's Jackson Smith and Callahan. For the Tommies, Evan Villain has 12 and a game-leading 7 rebounds. Owen Amos has 9. Noah McCarthy, the conference's leading scorer, 26 in a half a game, has 8. Caleb Schulten, 4. Riverland, 3 to round out the Tommies. Scoring. Tommies, Schulten with 2 fouls is the only foul issue for STU. And DeVries and McCarthy an assist each. That's your scoring setup from the first half. Set to go for the second for the Mystics. Matheson, Callahan. The Beachville brothers, Smith and Smith, along with Keegan Farron. And for the Tommies, Ben Duell, Ethan Tumwine, Evan Villain, Noah McCarthy, and Riverlands. Duell for Villain. Villain, couple fakes, can't get that one to go. Works the rebound though. For Duell, back for Villain. He's going to drive baseline. Spin. Callahan collects that carom. Jackson Smith launches a triple. McCarthy for Villain's going to work against Farron. Outside lands, open for 3. That doesn't drop. Tommy's troubles beyond the arc continue. Going to be a foul on Duell. Called a push on Farron. Callahan missed, rebounded by Matheson. Callahan baseline cut. Scores 2 and says, go ahead, make my day. He'll go to the line for 1 more. Lead now 18 and 19 as Callahan finishes the 3-point play. and gets the steal and a foul on Evan Villain. Tommy's already up to 3 team fouls, not even a minute and a half in to this quarter. Farron on the nice pass inside from Smith. Will bounces off the rim and out. Duel looking for help, finds McCarthy. Lands, tries a triple. That one goes for River. Oh, nice dish inside. A nice finish that time by Farron. Callahan with the assist. Blaine uses the body, scores 2 on the pass from McCarthy. Jaden Smith gets right to the glass. Uses the window to score 2. Callahan on the run, the dish to Matheson. Foul on Villain. That might be Evans' 4th. Indeed, the 4th on Evan Villain. Big foul for Stu. Schulten and Owen Amos check in. Matheson with a chance to make it a 20-point lead for the Mount. Be wild in Westwood tonight over this one. Mystics up 19 on the Tommies. Lands with back-to-back triples now for Stu. Jackson Smith works for the reverse, but doesn't get a call and doesn't get the shot. Lands is heated up considerably. He tries it again. He'll go to the line. It's going to be a foul on Farron, and Farron knows it. Fusion night here at the LB Gym. Local youth association is the Fredericton Fusion. And a number of youngsters here running around. Always good to see them in. Occasionally are running through my field of view as I try to call the play. So every once in a while I lose where I'm at a little bit, but we'll deal with that. It's worth it. Have them here. Lands makes the second. Riverland's having a good quarter here. Farron tries on Amos. Callahan left that one short. Schulten on the rebound, and he'll push. As lands in the corner, and it's going to be a foul on Jaden Smith. Jaden puts his hand up. Don't think that's to answer the teacher's question. McCarthy draws a foul inside. It's going to go on Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith thinks he got it clean. Leads his case to Matt Whipple to no avail. It's going to be the 3rd foul. Will send McCarthy to the line. Makes the 1st. And the 2nd. Full court pressure from the Tommies. Nicely broken by the Mystics. Owen Amos playing the center of the zone for STU. Matheson. No good. Rebound, Schulten. Schulten for McCarthy for three. Triple on the run is no good. Rebound, Jackson Smith. Ahead for Jaden Smith. Little bobble on the catch, but they reset in for Farron. Size advantage there, and he's going to score more times than not. A whole lot of length advantage for Farron on that matchup. Schulten for Lands. That triple doesn't go. Rebound, Jackson Smith. Ahead for Matheson. Going to be another foul on Jackson Smith. It's going to be his fourth. Demerick Mercer, Sam Gilmore will check in. Gilmore for Jackson Smith. Mercer for Adam Callahan. Amos for Schulten. Three-pointer is long. Rebound, Gilmore. Matheson goes right at McCarthy. Out of bounds off of Matheson. Good solid position defense that time by the Tommies. And really no complaints from Matheson. McCarthy lost the ball, but dove to the floor to get it back. 6 to shoot, Amos for Duel. Now 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, travel called. .4:19 to go, third quarter. A little bit of foul trouble creeping in for both sides. Evan Villain with 4. Jackson Smith with 4. Test the depth a little bit. Have to think the roles on the team and the depth positions that the 4 on Villain hurt a little bit more on the Tommy side. Jackson Smith, one of a half dozen or so. Good wing scores, guard scores, I'll call them, for the Mystics. Jaden Smith will shoot a 2. McCarthy for Amos, no good. Rebound, Jaden Smith. Off for Mercer. Cromwell right. No good. Rebound lands. Amos, Schulten. Demerick Mercer will pick up a foul. It's going to be number 5 on the team, so there'll be free throws here for Caleb Schulten. Schulten, first league game with the Tommies. That's going to be Callahan in for Matheson. Second foul on Mercer. And that looks like Villain going to check back in here in the third quarter with 4 fouls. Should be somewhat of a gamble. McCarthy comes out, Villain in. Let's see if this is just for a possession or two here in this quarter. If I'm the Mystics, I'm going to try to go right at Villain. Be aware of those 4 fouls. Cromwell right. Villain very careful there not to help too aggressively. And Isaiah Cromwell right takes advantage. Lands for Amos. Amos left it short, but gets the tip. That's 50% field goal shooting with an offensive board for Owen Amos. He would have rather made the first one, though, I'm sure. Mercer. Three-pointer doesn't drop that time. Lands. Not sure he saw the rim when he let that shot go, and then picks up frustration foul on the rebound action. Quinn DeVries set to check in for Stu. Will be for Owen Amos. And even 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 66-51. Tommy's down 15 and over the foul limit as well. That's going to be the first on Lands. Callahan to the line. Shout out wherever you're watching from, whether it be Callahan Clan in Cape Breton, elsewhere in Nova Scotia. Sure, it's all eyes on the Tommy game here this evening, as the other ACAA action was this afternoon. Shout out to the other teams as well. The Hurricanes, if you're watching from St. John. Those teams will go again tomorrow. Holland at SJ. Holland won today. SJ will be looking to get back on the other side of the ledger tomorrow. One second to shoot. Schulten can't get it off quite in time. There's going to be a shot clock violation, just barely. Duel in for Schulten. That's Ben Duel. So the duel of duels, Ben and Zach in the game for Stu. Cromwell right, kicks for Callahan, back for Jaden Smith. Brother Jackson on the bench with 4 fouls. Jaden front rim. Mercer for Callahan, fake. Into the paint. Jaden Smith, Villain works for the rebound. Gilmore had a bit of a tap on it. Three-pointer made by Zach Duel out of the corner. Minute 25 to go. Tommy's looking for a stop and a score. Oh, nice cut, nice block by DeVries. Lands comes away with the second effort. Lands kicks it out. Duel's going to shuffle the feet again. Tamwine will check in for River Lands. Callahan, little spin. Gilmore tries DeVries. It's going to be a foul on Zach Duel. White 4, as I'm pretty sure, yeah, first foul on Zach Duel, team over the limit. Mercer will shoot. Up off the bench is Garrett Malloy. Check in for Coach De Palma. 45.1 to go. Mercer with a miss from the line. Shoots at about 70% from the stripe. Can't make the second one. DeVries with a catch on the outside, 13 on the shot clock. Villain turnaround is good. He's played well with those 4 fouls. If I'm the Mystics, I still look to go right at him here on possession if I can. Gonna have to play safe defense. 1 second differential, 7 on the shot clock. That was Mercer on the drive. There's Villain. He can't get it to go. DeVries can't get the tip to go. 68-56. So the Tommies cut one off a 13-point lead to make it 12. The Mystics 68 points coming on 25 of 58 shooting. 10 of 28 beyond the arc, 8 of 13 from the line. 6 turnovers, but 27 points off Tommy turnovers. Tommy's 56 points, 20 of 51, that's 39% compared to the 43 of the Mystics. 4 of 16 beyond the arc, that's 25%. So plus 6 three-pointers for the Mystics. Big difference in this one. 12 of 18 from the free throw line for STU. 14 turnovers. Tommy's out rebounding the Mystics 32-24. Assists 9-7 for the Mount. Steals 5-4 for STU. Bench points the Tommies +1. That's a good sign for STU. Points in the paint, the Tommies +2. All good signs. Losing the turnover battle and not shooting as well. Thus far, individual stats. First for the Mystics. Jaden Smith, 14 points. Adam Callahan, 13. Isaiah Cromwell-Wright, 10. Keegan Farron, 10. For the STU Tommies, Evan Villain, 16 and 11 rebounds, 4 fouls. Riverlands, 11. Owen Amos, 11. Noah McCarthy, 10. There's McCarthy there to the front court. No other Tommy with more than 2 fouls. For the Mystics, online is showing Jackson Smith with only 3, but in the house here it was 4. And several Mystics with 2 fouls, but nobody else other than Mr. Smith with 3 or 4. McCarthy swatted away by Mercer. Into the hands of Duell. Quinn DeVries now 11 to shoot as Ben Duell finds brother Zach. Zach for DeVries. 4 to shoot. Knocked away. Mercer picks it up in the front court. Cromwell-Wright is going to travel. Set your lineups now. Callahan, Cromwell-Wright, Gilmore, Mercer, and Matheson for the Mystics. And for the Tommies, Duell, DeVries, McCarthy, and hiding in the corner that I can't see, that's got to be Ethan Amwine. Looking for the high pass for Quinn DeVries. Can't connect from Ben Duell. Zach Duell works Callahan. Gilmore blocked on the inside, I think by DeVries. Matheson picks up a foul. Keegan Farron set to check in. My guess it will be for Gilmore. It is. 10-point game, 68-58. Mystics in front. McCarthy makes a 3. Mercer. DeVries with a big swat is going to pick up a foul. Called with a push. Going to send Mercer to the line. Make on the first for Demerick. McCarthy inside for DeVries. Shot doesn't go, rebound Farron. Callahan for Cromwell Wright. Stops from the elbow, shoots it, rebound McCarthy. One of the duels is going to pick up a foul on the rebound action on Farron. It's going to be Zach. Riverlands will check in. For Zach Duell. Tricky play by Matheson, bank it off the back of a Tommy, catch your own pass and score on the inbounds. Owen Amos and Evan Villain in. Ethan Tamwina, Quinn DeVries out for Stu. Villain playing with the 4 fouls. Duell tries to force one inside to McCarthy. Callahan and Mercer collided. Callahan ends up laying on the end line, out of bounds. Schulten in for Ben Duell. Tommy ball. Lob for Villain, knocked away by Mercer. Not much Villain could do there, other than make some noise behind Mercer. Lead back up to 12. Schulten for Amos. McCarthy beyond the arc. Doesn't drop, rebound Matheson. Lands will pick up the foul. Farron will go to the line. It'll be a block. Smith brothers back in. Jaden and Jackson. I think the Tommy bench just got a warning there, possibly on Coach Hickey. Gonna have a little conversation on the side with Mr. Wilton. Farron knocks in the second as well. 14-point lead. 75 and 61. Little pushback from the Mystics after the Tommies had cut it down in single digits. Oh, circus shot from McCarthy. What a finish. Mercer rises. One rimmed out. The hands of Riverlands. Lands for Owen Amos. Scores 2. Timeout Mystics. As the Tommies cut it to 10 with back-to-back buckets. Reminder, tomorrow these two teams go at 4 o'clock. Women's action at 2 here in the LB Gym if you're in the area, or join back in on Tommy's TV on YouTube. Mystics are off next week. The Tommies are off to the island to play a Hurricanes team that's heating up. and rounding into form. 24th, the Mystics will play at home versus UKC. 25th, they'll host Mount A. Tommies the 25th, 26th at UNVSJ. For returning home, the first and second versus UKC. Mystics ball off the Tommy score. Under 6 minutes to go now here in the fourth. Tommies with some pressure. Smith to Smith. Down low for Farron. Outside. Mercer, Matheson. That's a 3. Good ball movement from the Mystics. Schulten right into a bunch of blue shirts. Matheson is there to take it away for Mercer. Back to Matheson. Lots to learn for Caleb Schulten and Quinn DeVries in terms of what you can do and can't do, and to learn player tendencies here in the ACAA. I'm sure they'll settle in to the Tommy lineup just fine. Amos makes a triple. Back to a 10-point contest, under 5 minutes to play. Technical foul on the Tommies. Sure, that's going to be John Hickey that gets that one. Jaden Smith makes that one. Noel McCarthy appears to be leaking a little fluid. Needs a bandage. I think that might have been what raised the ire of Coach Hickey. Villain with a block, and it ends up out off the mount. Tommy ball. McCarthy has to come out, and Coach Hickey takes a timeout with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Set up for a really good finish here. Check in on the game's leading scorers. Jaden Smith with 15, Callahan 13, Farron 12, Mercer 11, Cromwell Wright 10, Matheson 10. That's 6 players in double figures. Jackson Smith adds 8. Could have 7 in double figures very easily before this is over for the Mystics. Pretty balanced scoring for the Tommies. McCarthy up to 17. Still a ways off his conference leading 26.5. Villain 16, Amos 16, Lands 11, Schulten 5, Dual 5. So 4 Tommies in double digits. Villain adds 11 boards. Playing with 4 fouls on the Mystics. According to the online stats at least, Farron, Matheson, Jackson Smith all with 3. But I think Jackson Smith actually has 4. Pretty sure that went up on the board here in the arena. Sometimes there's a difference. What really matters is not the online stats, but the official score sheet, which is done in pen. McCarthy double teamed. Finds lands for Villain. Shoots a three. Back rim rebound for Jackson Smith. Jaden Smith. Long three. Shot on the run. Rebound Villain. Ahead for McCarthy. Demerick Mercer picks it off. McCarthy down hard. Back up, and there's a triple made. I was watching McCarthy. I think that's Mercer who gets that one again. Big swing right there. Evan Villain fouled, will go to the line. Instead of 11 with the Tommies in possession and chance to cut it to single digits, it's over to up to 14 with that make. And I'm pretty sure that was Mercer. Yeah, Mercer now up to 14 on the game. 3 3-pointers. Come in by my stats, 1 of 11. Villain with a miss on the first. 3:29 to go. Tommies need them all with the clock stopped. Mystics average 87.7 on the season. They're on the way to their number. Their Tommies 82.3. Have some work to do over the final 3:18 to get there. Out of bounds off the Mystics. Goes over to STU. McCarthy gets it back from Villain. Amos fires. Too strong. Rebound Callahan, who's checked back in. Jackson Smith fires a triple. That's probably a nail in the Tommies' coffin. Up 16, 85-69. I think we're under 3 to go. A lot of the fans seem to think so too. I see a lot of coats going on around me here in the gym. Looking a lot like the Mystics. Will move to 10-0, stay perfect on the season. Tommies will be back hunting them again tomorrow for another game against the Mount, who's ranked number 3 in the country. I like what I see, though, from the Tommies additions, DeVries and Schulten. Think they can help. And this one not over yet, but it's a pretty tough row to hoe here at 16 down and 2 minutes and 40 on the game clock. Pretty much need stops and scores the rest of the way to make that up. 3 team fouls each, so can't even force the Mystics to the line without fouling a couple more times. 3-point shooting, but a major difference in this one. Mystics have made 13 to 35. The Tommies 6 of 21. +7 from the 3-point line. In terms of makes, will give you most games in most leagues. It's going to be a foul on Schulten. 4th team foul. Jackson Smith out. Isaac Matheson in. Ben Duell and Quinn DeVries in. Caleb Schultz and Evan Villain out. Noah McCarthy is already out for STU. Don't want to say the Tommies are in conceded mode here, but sort of that way. 2:20 to go. With McCarthy and Villain on the bench. Callahan into the paint, can't get it to go, gets the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Four to shoot, knocked out of bounds off of the Mystics this time. Matheson out, Gilmore in. Lands can't get it to go, rebound into the hands of Garrett Malloy, number 12. Gilmore beyond the arc. That goes 88-69, so the Mystics have got their 87-7 pretty much right on. Pretty much as close as you can get at 88 points. Owen Amos on the cut draws the foul on Kyan Farron, number 6. So with this, the Mystics, they're going to move to 10-0. Crandall sitting at 8-2, what with the asterisks on the game last night, as mentioned earlier. I believe they used more than the allowable number of players in a game. SJ at 5-4, Holland at 5-4, Stu at 3-4, Idle Mount Allison 1-8, and UKC 0-9, but with the asterisks that they may move to, or pardon me, 0-10, but with the asterisks, they may move to 1-9 based on that Crandall game from Friday. See how that plays out in the next little bit. Foul on the rebound action. I think that's going to be on Quinn DeVries. And we're going to walk the length of the court and shoot with under a minute to go here in this game. Lands will come out. Checking in will be Caden LaValle. LaValle, second-year forward, 6'3" out of Oromocto High School, is in for the Tommies. Garrett Malloy makes the first from the stripe for the 20-point lead. Make it 21. Duel for DeVries. DeVries gets his first points as a Tommy on the nice lay-in. Callahan with a miss there. DeVries tracks the rebound. Malloy tries to take it away. 20 seconds remain. 90-71. Tommies will inbound. They don't need to shoot. Guess they might, though. Probably continue to run an offense here. Duel for Amos. Waiting in the corner is Zach Duel, who can't make the three. Rebound Adam Callahan. And Callahan will clear half and dribble it out. 90-71 is your final. Same two teams will go tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Mystics remain perfect at 10-0. Grandma was taken out of this one really in the first quarter. Tommy's cut at the single digits here in the fourth, but it was all Mystics after that. Tommy's with some homework to do overnight. The Mystics all about coming back in tomorrow with the same focus as you had today. One back, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock tomorrow, the women and the men respectively. Mystics and the Tommies on your Sunday afternoon. For everyone here at STU and the always amazing Alice in the producer's chair, I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in. Come on back tomorrow.